second attempt live actually. Just tried to go live and it just wouldn't let me. But here we are on this currently sunny Saturday for day 6 of 365 live. Today I actually wanted to talk about the Easter holidays, because especially as mums, where the kids over the holidays are at home, can be a lot, very much so. And Sophia is only in preschool term time, so I have all of the holidays off with her. And to be fair, this holiday has been the best so far for me. I feel it's been like really enjoyable, and it's funny because when I say that, you would think that she's not had any like meltdowns or anything the like, and I can promise you she has. She's essentially woke up in the mood this morning. Who knows? So we over this last 2 weeks, we've had our like moments where she's just like going, which is, it's part of the course, I guess. But like overall, I've actually really, really enjoyed these holidays. And I was sort of thinking back to like even just a Christmas holiday just gone, and sort of what has been like different. And the obviously she's growing older, she's understanding more, but what we've done this holiday is, I think we've done more for us as grown-ups. So if you follow me, you may know that my husband has done this, redecorated our ensuite. So the first bit of color in this house at the moment, which is really, really nice. But generally we've just done stuff for us, like repainting the ensuite. We've done like things that we like, but we can also obviously take her with. Like we went to the cinema to watch Peter Rabbit. Obviously it's a kids film, but we quite enjoy going to the cinema. And it's not a film that we watched either. Not that we normally would watch that, but it had some funny bits in it, and she absolutely loved going to the cinema. She does love it. We've played a lot of board games. So both me and my husband grew up in the 90s, and it's just like that little bit, almost like nostalgia, like, just throwback, coming together as a family and just play some games, which is something that we really wanted for her as well, just because you learn so much through playing board games, and she'll be like in front of all of the screens in no time. Saying that, she's currently on the screen again watching Frozen, because we told her she could do that on the weekend. So, but yeah, so I guess this time the difference really was we obviously have done like Easter egg hunt and all of that kind of thing, but we've done more of the things that we really like to do. So we've done bits in the house. I've sorted out the garden, because hubby is still, his toe is broken, so he still can't do everything. I've actually mowed the lawn for the first time in my life, which was actually nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be, or bad. But it's just like almost like those little things. I've started doing my workouts again that I stopped last month due to like taking the dog out every single day and just not having the energy. And I just started to really start to look after myself again. And I think this is what has really like flipped it, and which is why it's made it so enjoyable, and also make it easier for me to deal with like the tantrums when they actually came up. And don't get me wrong, they do come up a lot, especially it seems at this age at the moment. But also like, and I also get frustrated, and I also lose it. And as much as I don't want to, I think that's, I'm human. It happens. And I do apologize to her as well. So she gets that. Again, she's learning from this all the time. And I think also what really made a difference this time around is that we spent a lot of time outside. Like a lot. Like pretty much every single day we've been outside in some capacity. Obviously in the winter it's slightly harder because of the weather, but yes, and that's like being outside made a huge difference. And like, again, I really love being outside, doing things outside, or just chill outside. Like, being outside is great. I grew up outside. I used to run like in the I grew up on a farm, so I used to like literally run the fields for hours. And then I guess the sort of last thing that made the difference for me on like, I guess like the family sort of dynamic and capacity is that didn't actually do much work, which is on one side really great because I've managed to like stay really present with what was going on with her, with myself as well, what I needed in the moment. But also on the flip side, I've not worked in nearly 2 weeks. Saying that, I'm doing these lives, which is I decided to do is start during the Easter holidays, so that's fine. But generally, like my work, not much has been done over the 2 weeks because I just not had the mental capacity to do anything. And so now I'm just like, I've got so much to do. There's so much going on next week. Like next week, for me and my business, as well as like for our family, is a really, really big week where we have. I've got my call for Journey to the Womb, so I'm meant to be prepping this. I've prepped this by now. I have not prepped this yet, so I need to do that over the weekend. I've got my like own my one-to-one with my shamanic healer. Obviously, just generally just catching up with what's been left. There's a bunch of like blog posts and Substacks that I need to post, and they're pretty much great. I just need to get over it and post like content just generally. There's like a bunch of things that I really need to promote, or I want to promote. It's not that I need to, I want to promote them within my business, including like my email list. So if you are a mum and want to get like weekly connections into your inbox, the sign up link is actually in the description here. And I'm pretty sure like that is, I guess I have to start looking at my tax return as well. But that is sort of it from like the business side of view. But from a, I guess, more family personal point of view, we have got everything within on the same day, like literally. Obviously, Sophia's going back to preschool. But then we've got our 5-year wedding anniversary on the same day when we find out what school Sophia's going to go to. Then we have to go into like preschool just to have like a catch up with them all on the same day, because why not? It would be like so boring otherwise. And I think that hospital course actually the week after. So there is lots going on next week. So there was part of me that wanted to actually work this weekend, but I'm just like, you know what? No, I just want to be present with my family because next week is like, it's going to be so busy. We're all back. Hubby has been off since last week, Friday, and he's back tomorrow. Sophia's back in preschool. I'm back like working, doing all of my calls, etc. So I'm just like, no, I'm just going to be present this weekend. Yes, I can get some bits out, but again, my attention is going to be completely split. So I won't do that. So I'm literally just doing my lives this weekend because that's the challenge that I set myself. And that's it. That's literally it from like my work sort of stuff. And it's just about like being present and just like preparing for the week ahead. Like doing, I guess, boring things like meal planning, doing the shopping list, or like all of these kind of things. To be fair, I quite enjoy those, but if I would have planned ahead a little bit more, I would have done some batch cooking this weekend, but I didn't. So here we are. there was something else I was just going to say, but that slipped my mind. So I won't say that because I don't know what it is. And then I guess the sort of the note that I wanted to end on is, if you've watched my life yesterday towards the end, to be honest, I haven't actually rewatched it. I think I finished the life like really quickly. The reason for that is actually that where I was sitting yesterday, so in my little office space, and I actually have to have a look. I have to go onto yesterday's video just to see if you can hear it. But there was like this weird noise, like I thought someone was coming into the house. So which is where I just literally it was at the end anyway, like literally was just saying bye, but I literally just like stopped the stream. And to this point, we have no idea what it was. So because we have a camera out front, we looked at the camera, like my husband, who was in the other side of the house at the top, he heard it. So I thought it was behind me, which would have been the understairs cupboard. But he could hear it as well, which makes no sense. So we're just like, what was it? Like, looked at the camera, don't know, can't see it. Like, there was nothing there. Like, we looked if something has fallen down, where we have also just like done some decoration, like redecorated our ensuite. No, nothing. It's like, I said to my husband, because we had we got the boiler service as well. So is something fallen off there? Maybe, who knows? Nope. So to this point, we have no idea what it was. The fact that we both could hear it, I thought it was behind me in the understairs cupboard, but there's nothing that we can see. It's just so bizarre. So it's like, so if you've watched yesterday's live and you thought she's quite abruptly ended the stream, that will be why, because there was some, like, I literally thought someone was coming in through the front door, or trying to get into the house in some way, shape, or form. So luckily they didn't. I have no idea what happened. So, but here we are. So yeah, luckily no strange noises today, apart from Frozen that I can hear. You probably won't be able to hear. But thank you so much if you joined me live today. Also, thank you so much if you caught this on catch up, or if you watched the replay. However, to say that, I very much appreciate you being here. Just make sure you subscribe to my channel just so that you get notified when I actually go live, because that is at random times, on any given day, depending on when I get the downloads, when I get the hit, when I actually have time to do this. But have a lovely rest of your Saturday, if you're watching this on Saturday, and a lovely rest of your Easter holiday, and I will see you tomorrow.